Hi, welcome to the ramblings of a trucker. I've had a few people in my almost 3 decades of driving trucks ask me if I always park in truck stops and services, and even though I have in the past, I absolutely hate parking in them, and this video is about that and why. So the biggest gripe I have with parking in truck stops and motorway service stations is the cost. It doesn't cost those companies anything for me to park there, whether I park for 5 minutes, 5 hours or 5 days. There is zero cost. They don't employ any parking staff anymore. Whether I'm there or not, they have to have the lights on, they have to be open, and they have to pay their rates. So there's no additional cost for us parking there. But yet some of these places will charge up to £40 a night per truck just to park up. And out of principle, I won't pay that. Even if I could claim it back, I wouldn't pay it. I think it's obscene. You don't have to do that in Europe. They recognise that road transport is essential, and therefore trucks can park up for nothing. There's the odd private one that will charge, but the vast majority offer free parking for trucks. Hey, we're not parking there because we want to, we're parking there because we have to. So another reason why I don't like parking in services is a lack of security. Truck crime is rife in the UK and throughout parts of Europe. You really don't want to be parking a loaded truck anywhere, in any services, anywhere near Barcelona, around Madrid, Paris. Oh, it's just, crime is rife. Now, I've noticed in the UK, some of the service areas, they've started to put metal fences around the lorry parking areas. What they've missed when they do that, I mean, they've spent a lot of money, and it's to try and make the drivers feel that the money, the fee for parking is justified because, well, it's fenced. But if you take a close look at these fences, they don't have any gates and they don't have any barriers. So even though 90%, 95% of the area around the truck parking area has got this metal fence, there's gaps in it where anyone can drive in, anyone can drive out, and anyone can walk in and walk out. That's not safe. They'd have been far better having CCTV, or better still, go back to how it was. Actually have feet on the ground, have someone there, a parking attendant, who can record the registrations of all the vehicles that come in, who can walk around making sure that people are not up to no good, that they're not slicing into curtains, that they're not nicking stuff from trailers. Getting rid of the security personnel at services and truck stops was a massive mistake. Really was. Do you know, a lot of the lorry crime, the criminals use trucks. They'll steal a truck and they'll put it on clone plates and they'll go out at night and they'll pull into a truck stop or a services, and they'll pull next to a truck that they've already scouted, or they might have followed it from where it collected its load, and they'll park next to it and they'll make sure the driver's asleep. And who's going to think anything suspicious about a truck parking next to another truck in the services. And they'll just sit there, and once everyone's sound asleep, the guys will get out and they'll cut into the curtain and start moving the goods from the victim's truck into the stolen clone truck. And I've gone into services and I've seen the aftermath, and I've seen almost an entire curtain side cut out, and a full trailer's worth of goods has been stolen overnight. If they had security personnel at the services and paid them a decent wage so that they would walk around and patrol, some of this truck crime would stop. Personally, the stuff I carry cannot be stolen. If they want what I carry, they're really sad, and it would be easier to just take the truck. We carry bulk quantities of aggregates. You know, who wants to steal 28 ton of gravel? Really? Now, the people that are doing it, the organised crime gangs, they're going out, they're stealing, you know, €33 pallets worth of TVs from a foreign truck. Pallets of car batteries and things that have got value on the street. So, with regard to services and truck stops, we need a visible deterrent. We need security personnel. They need to be accountable. So they need to record their patrols and things like that. You know, if you guys that are in charge of these facilities are listening to this, you've got to justify that money. £40 a night. I want someone walking around every 15 minutes checking the trucks. I want someone who's on their feet all night, making sure nothing gets stolen, nothing gets damaged. Another thing that happens is you'll get bits stolen off your truck. Drivers will take light lenses because they've broken one of theirs. They'll steal accessories, yeah, chrome wheel nut covers. It's horrendous, really. Diesel. They don't really steal diesel from motorway services. That tends to be a lay-by thing. And I prefer to park in laybys because, let's do some simple maths here. £40 a night. I park up in a services 4 nights a week. 440s, £160 a week for parking. Let's scale that up. Let's say that the company I work for has got 100 trucks, just to make the maths easy. So £160 a week times by 100, £16,000 a week in parking. If every truck that parks up, if it's got, say, £200 worth of diesel in the tank, if only 3 of them, and 3 is a lot out of a fleet of 100, if 3 a week have their diesel stolen, they've got away with £600 worth of diesel, but the company's saved £15,400 by not paying for parking. It's really simple maths. And a lot of companies, they just refuse to pay the parking fee because they've worked it out. The parking fee is extortionate versus the small amount of diesel that gets taken in a week or in a month. Get your drivers to fill up on a morning. Don't fill up on a night and park up. There's been times where I've needed to do like an extra 90 minutes, 2 hours driving, and my fuel was getting low, so I've pulled into a filling station and I've just put 50 litres in. so that when I get to where I want to park up, be it an industrial estate or a lay-by, the fuel lights come on. So even if they come and they steal the fuel, they're getting 40 or 50 pounds worth of fuel, and that's it. And then fill up in the morning. When it comes to laybys, you know, for you newbies or the guys that are thinking of trying tramping, try and find one that's got a lot of vegetation. Get right over to the bushes, right over to the nettles, whatever it may be. Even if it means going up on the curb, just to make it really tight so people can't get down the side where the diesel tank is. Make it awkward. Don't get out and confront them if they wake you up in the night. You can send a text message to 999 with your location. You don't even have to speak to the police, and they'll send someone out. Industrial estates and laybys, before you park up, get out, have a walk round, have a sniff. Can you smell diesel on the road? Can you see it on the road? Is it down by the curb? Is there evidence that people have been draining your diesel tank? If so, move on.